Hello. Before I start this video, I want to tell you all that only 10% of people follow us after watching our videos. While others watch the video but don't subscribe, I request you to share the video as much as possible. Like and subscribe so we can continue to bring you great videos. Thank you. New moon night. It was a car was speeding down a deserted highway. It was pitch dark and distant. By no other vehicles were visible. The car's headlights illuminated the road ahead. The car was bathed in dim light, but beyond it was pitch darkness. Varun and Chandana was sitting comfortably with her seat belt fastened. Varun was taking Chandana to his village. The two would tie the knot a few months later. Was about to end, and the journey was going well, with a lot of fun. Chandana was teasing Varun. Yes. Well, you were a big flirt in college too. Your friends told me about it many times. Oh, they just joke around. If I were a flirt, I'd let you into my life after only knowing you for 4 months. A slight resentment in his voice. A glimmer of love was evident. But there was also love in it. He glanced at Chandana for a moment, then returned to his gaze, intently scanning the road. Chandana, she smiled. She noticed that Varun was a little uncomfortable with what she said. So, to lighten the mood, she immediately asked him for a smile. Oh, you're angry. I was just joking. I know how much you love me. Okay. You deserve my love. I do feel it. Any doubts? Varun, you were a bit of a flirt anyway. Do you also enjoy teasing me? I have no doubt about it. They both laughed as they said this. Okay, let's leave it. Let's go eat somewhere. Have you checked the time, mister? It's already past 11 o'clock, and yes, I'm very hungry. Yes, there's a restaurant here. They serve good food. How do you know? Varun didn't answer. He just smiled slightly. He felt like he shouldn't have said that. The car. Turning off the dusty dirt road, she stopped in front of a dhaba. The ceiling and walls were blackened by smoke and dust. Varun and Chandana stepped inside the restaurant. The atmosphere inside was also quite different. Wasn't there 3 or 4 old wooden tables, only 2 of which were occupied, and one. A woman sat in the corner. She looked to be about Varun and Chandana's age. Seeing her, Chandana whispered into Varun's ear. Whispered, "Why does that woman look so sad?" Varun turned his gaze to her. Both men's eyes fell on the unknown woman. It was as if she became aware of their gaze. It's. The woman slowly got up and looked at them. In her low, tired voice, she said. Nikita, my car broke down. I was supposed to go to Badali for a seminar, but the garage owner can't come before in the morning. Varun and Chandana looked at each other. Seminar? Yes, I'm researching ghosts and spirits. I had to attend a seminar in this regard. Varun thought for a while and then he said sympathetically, if you want, we can give you a lift. We're going that way anyway. It's Nikita looks at Varun and Chandana intently for a moment, as if weighing her words. Then, with slight hesitation, she nodded. Okay. Thanks. Varun and Chandana quickly finished their meal and the 3 of them got into the car and drove off. The car began to drive down the deserted highway. Nikita sat in the car, completely still. Her eyes were fixed on the road. Stood there, her face expressionless. Just then, Chandana tried to lighten the mood with a laugh. You said you looked like a ghost. You do a PhD on things. Nikita, you're not scared. Why should you be scared? They're just like us. They have feelings just like us. The only difference is that we're on this side, and they're on the other. Onwards. You're saying strange things, Nikita. Ghosts have feelings too. This is the first one. Heard times. Yes, it's true. The ghosts won't rest until they fulfill their desires. They'll do anything to satisfy it. Some ghosts are attracted to men. That's why they change their appearance. They then mate with a man and kill him. It's this ghost is tempting. And stop it now. I'm so scared of these things. If I were you, I would never pursue a PhD on such a terrifying topic. I, too, was drawn to this topic for a specific reason. Anyway, how are you guys on the highway so late at night? We're going to my village. It's just a short distance from your bad Ollie. I was late leaving the office, so it's even better. I could help you out. Varun sees Chandana close her eyes and looks at Nikita in the mirror in front of him. Nikita smiles slightly and makes eye contact with him through the mirror. They were developing a mutual attraction. Suddenly, Varun's car jolted. The car starts to stop. Chandana wakes up. Varun carefully pulls the car to the side of the road. Arrives and the car stops. What happened? Why did the car stop? Varun slaps his forehead. He tugged at the steering wheel and tried to start the engine again. But there was no response. I tried again and again. Maybe this was destined to happen to us today, that's why the car stalled. Please, Nikita, I'm scared. Hey, I was just joking. Nothing, it started the same way it ended. It must be. Varun took a deep breath, opened the door, and got out. He lifted the hood and began checking the car. But nothing unusual. It didn't seem like. Everything was fine. Yet the engine refused to start. Chandana had also come out. She rubbed her hands. The air. It was colder than before. Nikita was still sitting inside the car, lost in thought. She looked drowned. I don't understand what's wrong with her. Now we're staying up late at night. What will Varun do at just then? Nikita got out of the car and came to him and said. There's a bungalow a short distance away. We can go there. We'll wait until morning. Then call the mechanic. I'll call you at. Varun and Chandana looked at each other. Bungalow on this deserted street. Look there. There's light there. Maybe people live there. How do you know there's a place like this? Don't worry, Chandana. I often drive to Badali. So, some things along the way, some things. The signs are memorable. Well, there's no other option. We can't stay here on the road overnight. They locked the car. It was and we started walking towards the bungalow. The bungalow looked even more boathouse-like than it had appeared from a distance. Varun, don't you find this place strange? Varun took her hand. But his own hands were cold. The cold air and silence outside were terrifying. Nikita walks ahead, showing them the way. Chandana and Varun are hypnotized. And they're following her. The three arrive at the bungalow Nikita had suggested. Varun is somewhat startled by the sight of the bungalow. But he didn't let his distress show. A rusty iron rod stood on the old wooden door of the bungalow. There was a handle. Varun slowly turned it, and the door creaked open. Inside, it was pitch black. But somewhere inside, a lantern was burning, casting a dim, dull light. As they entered, an old man wearing a white dhoti and kurta approached them slowly. Who is it? What do you want? Uncle, our car broke down. We need 2 rooms to stay until morning. Can we find one? What? What did you say? The car broke down. Can I get 2 rooms until morning? Yes. I need a room. Have you come to stay here? Without saying anything further, the old man took 2 keys from his pocket and handed them to him. There are 2 rooms on the first floor. But keep in mind if you need anything. Call me. I'm downstairs. Varun grabbed the keys and thanked the old man. Varun and Chandana walked upstairs with heavy steps. We started leaving. The night had deepened. The wind had begun to blow. The old bungalow. The walls resonated with the gusts of wind. Chandana entered the room and spoke to Varun. She says and goes to wash. Varun, seizing the opportunity, quickly leaves his room. He and Nikita go to the bathroom. He couldn't wait. His footsteps echoed softly on the worn wooden floor as he entered the gallery. When it reached, he felt someone watching him. But when he looked back, there was only silence. His heart was pounding. It was a faint light was shining through the crack in Nikita's room door. Varun. She had come out. Seeing Varun's condition, she was worried. What happened, Varun? He was so nervous. Why are you so upset? Varun, frightened, hugs Chandana. He was about to say something when Chandana's voice suddenly changed. Her voice wasn't the same as before. Now it was cold, deep, and there was a strange vibration. Don't worry, Varun. Now no one will ever hurt you. Could be frightening. Varun's heart began to beat faster. He slowly raised his head and looked. Chandana didn't look the same anymore. Her eyes were scary and her face had changed. It was her skin had turned white. Varun's breath hitched. Chandana was no longer in front of him. It was someone else. Rashmi. Varun's throat went dry. He looked ahead. The girl standing there had a scary smile on her face. Yes, Varun, I'm Rashmi. I've been here for 4 months. I was waiting for the night. I've come disguised as Chandana. Do you remember this very bungalow? He had sex with me, and then he killed me. What if he had had enough? It was my mistake. It was only that I married you. I wanted to. You were saved that day, Varun. But since then, I've been burning with my vengeance. I'm burning up. I won't leave you today. No, 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 no. No, this can't be true. He glanced quickly at the door, but the door had already opened. Had closed itself. Rashmi slowly moved towards him. Her eyes were now fully focused. It was as red as blood. I will not leave you today. No, I'm sorry, let me go, forgive me, come. Varun, do the same thing today that you did that night. Varun started shaking badly in my arms. Suddenly Rashmi spread his arms and caught Varun in one blow. Varun screamed loudly and his voice echoed. As if someone, hearing this, her screams echoed in the darkness of the night. This is how Rashmi. My revenge. It was completed and Nikita's search was also completed.